It's finally time. This is needed to happen for a long time, and I hired a Rocket League coach. I hired the homie, the one and only KingRanny. Are you there?
Hello.
What's up, dude? Yes!
Hell yeah,
Yes.
I am so excited.
Dude, I hired KingRanny to be my coach. He is a great 1v1, right? You specialize in 1v1.
Yes, sir.
And
I'm
I
a
feel
1v1
like,
only coach.
and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like 1v1 is kind of not the key, but like if you're good in a 1v1 situation, if you learn rotations and stuff, you're gonna be good in 2v2, 3v3.
It crosses over quite a bit.
So
defense, especially having better defense in 2s and 3s, you can get that a lot from 1v1. So
honestly, I need that. I need to work on a lot of things, and I felt like this is the place to start, especially my kickoffs. So I'm finally taking it into like, let's go, Randy. What's the breakdown? What are we doing today? What's the vibe?
So today we are going to start off with the private 1v1. I'm going to be kind of gauging your skill through that.
And you're almost top 100, right?
Right now, I'm currently like on the cusp of top 100, but normally I'm top 100. I've been a 1v1 main probably longer than almost anyone else. I've been maining 1v1 since like season 3. So I would say I'm qualified for coaching ones.
Okay, I like it. Like
I said, we're going to do a private one. I'm going to gauge your skill. I'm not going to be playing like as hard as I normally do. I'm really going to be trying to play a bit more strategically, doing my kickoffs how I normally would.
Okay.
No speed flips. Just for now, I'm going to do my best not to do them because we can't really learn anything off of me.
No, you'll just beat me every time.
Yeah, like, you want to learn the thing. So I'm gonna still do my normal kickoff as well and as polished as possible, so we can get your kickoff to look the exact same as mine. And then you'll just like, it's not that you'll never lose it, but you won't have nearly as much trouble with it, and you'll probably win quite a bit more of it and get more goals.
I love it. I love it.
After that, we're gonna analyze that game. I'm gonna be going over a few strategies that I really want you to memorize. Once we finish that analysis, we're going to go through a 1v1 replay that you sent me already.
Yep.
And hopefully in that game, you're going to be able to point out some of the strategities that
I'll be able to see it by then. Like, I'll be able to notice.
That's my goal.
Okay. Yep. And then after that,
we're going to do pretty much the rest of the session with just training.
Yes. We talked about this.
Focusing on kickoffs and shooting.
So here's the thing with the training, guys. Ranny does this as a job. I mean, this is part of it. He also does YouTube and Twitch streams, but you work with Gamers Ready, right? And you do coaching sessions. So the last part, his training, his like detailed training, I'm gonna cut out of this video, not because I just don't think that's fair to show something that you can learn and that he's making money off of like fully. We're gonna learn a lot today from my replays and from me playing against him. But I also do respect that he's grinding and he is a coach. So some of those training packs that he gives and some of those things that he has to work on, sign up with them. Sign up with them, Gamers Ready, all right? But we're gonna jump right into this 1v1. I'm super nervous about this because I don't know, 1v1s just make me shake. But hey, we gotta start somewhere, right?
Big thing for 1v1s, huge thing. Might be one of the most important things.
Oh my God.
Anyone can benefit from this. If you're not already saving boost on kickoff and 1v1s, you should do it on every single one. The minimum that I try to save on kickoff is 12 boost, but your goal should be to save 20 on every kickoff.
Okay.
If you can do that, it'll allow you to kind of get back on defense if the kickoff doesn't go in your favor because you have the boost to kind of get back in time. Or if it goes in your favor, you'll be able to go and take a shot.
What's crazy about you saying that is about 2 weeks ago, I realized that as I was flipping in the beginning, you'll see my kickoffs or whatever, but as I was flipping in the beginning, I was using all my boosts like every time. And I just realized it, and I was like, why am I using boost while in the middle of this flip? There's no reason. So hopefully I have 20 to 12 remaining. Bring it on.
Best way to do that after that first flip, all you have to do is just stop boosting after your first flip. If you get enough momentum from it, you should be fine. If you feel like you don't get enough momentum, just tap the boost one more time.
Let's go. I'm gonna show you up right here. Oh, well.
All right, so I saved 18 on that one.
You saved, I didn't even check. Ooh.
You're good.
Where are you going, buddy?
Nowhere.
Where are you going?
Nothing.
Oh, no. I played myself.
Time to punish.
Oh, man. This is the thing about ones. You do something like that, and it's over. Like in twos, it's like, oh, I got my teammate to back me up.
You have no one behind you.
No one.
And I'm gonna make sure that you realize that as much as possible in this game.
Did this slow. I was trying to turn down my sound.
That worked.
Turning it back up a little. There we go. All right, I'm ready. A little shadowing.
Nice, nice.
Wanted to kill you there. Not, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, punish.
Right. I got the punish.
Is it weird that I'm asking for a punish?
No, you deserve it. You're good. It'll make you a better player. Don't worry.
Oh man.
I got you.
All right. Here we go.
Sometimes in lower levels, like your opponents won't punish you for making mistakes, and like you can't learn from that. So I'm gonna be the justice that you needed. All right.
Finally.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do much with that.
Oh. Hey.
Nice. Well done.
Punished.
Yeah, I got punished.
Oh
right.
man.
So I really thought you were gonna back off there, but you went for another challenge.
Yeah, dude.
Really caught me off guard.
I'm surprised. I'm a surprising person. All right.
And 1v1's like just being like doing the kind of unexpected things every once in a while. They can get you free goals. They're not terrible to go for every once in a while.
Ooh.
I don't feel safe.
I don't feel safe now either. Where's that boost? I hate going all the way back
Give
for
me the
boost.
space. Give me the space.
It's a very popular thing I do.
Nice.
Are you joking me? Can you tell I'm a little nervous?
A little bit. Just
No
not too
way! No! I thought I pushed that. I can't even blame Ping. We're 22 and 32.
No.
I have better
That,
ping
that
than you.
24 millisecond lag really got you there, John.
And then all the comments are always like, bro, I play on the daily with 155. I don't want to hear it. And I'm like, you're right.
Oceano players are coming in here. Like,
You're right. You're right.
Are you actually complaining about this?
I will. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, boy. Messing with the
Hurts.
wrong mother trucker. Oh!
Ooh, great flick. Great flick. I'm in a bad spot now.
Yeah, but so am I.
You have to dribble. It's the worst spot.
Ugh, yeah, it really is. Oh, I thought you were coming for it.
Nice.
And I will admit, I played 3 1v1s before this session, just so I wasn't like,
you're all warmed up.
you know, just a little warmed up.
I got like, a couple minutes of free play. I'm good. I usually do like a pretty substantial warm up before
Dude,
playing
that's what I was gonna
ranked,
say. That's that's one of my biggest problems. I don't do like training packs before playing.
Yep.
1v1s.
I'm gonna help you with that for sure.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh
I'm
no.
fun.
Damn. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. So what I noticed about you is you don't I mean, maybe you do in your regular 1v1s. I was gonna say you don't like pick the ball up onto your head and like start like.
I'm going for a bunch of low 50s whenever I
yeah.
really
That's what I can tell.
You're doing the same thing quite a bit. So if I can predict it, I can just go for low 50s and it's gonna be pretty easy for me.
So is that one of your like strong suits in 1v1s is like figuring out a player and then seeing what they're good at, what they're bad at, and then like.
I mean, I feel like high level players are all good at that. Like just adapting to your opponent.
Yeah,
you don't really
that's
do that as much in 2v2s because you're having to focus on so many different players.
No. Uh-oh. This is not a good situation for me. Good.
Oh, that's bad for me. Not like this.
Let's go,
No!
baby. I better go.
This is supposed to happen.
I'm coming back, dude. I'm telling you right now. This is gonna be embarrassing, dude. I'm gonna come back.
Oh.
I'm gonna come back
You
and
actually
beat
you have more shots than me right now.
Let's go.
You're killing it. Are you sure you're not a ones main?
No, but I'm gonna get sneaky on it. I really want to get good at ones, and I say it every season, but like, I really want it. This is probably dumb.
So the strategies that I'm going to be teaching you are hopefully going to be like good enough so that you don't like you'll be good on strategy all the way up until Grand Champ. That's
so,
kind of my goal when I teach people. Then it's just going to
so
kind of be
cool. Oh, how
the
did you
mechanics
not?
that you're going to have to get better at. I shouldn't go for an aerial here. I'm not going to do this. Like I could, but
I could try.
Like just in 1v1s, it's good not to go for aerials. Like especially like if I'm only up by 2, I'm not gonna risk that because if you go for an aerial, there's a good chance you're gonna get countered on.
Yeah. Ooh. No
I missed. Oh.
No!
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes, Ranny!
Not there.
This is what I'm. Oh! Well, thank you, sir. I shall score a goal.
Stop it!
Are you getting a little scared? Are you gonna go full try hard for the next minute?
I'm thinking full try hard. No. I don't need to. If you're up by like 2 goals, maybe. If
All right, we gotta get 2 goals right here. Let's go, baby.
Hope you're still saving boost. That one I had exactly 20.
26. Yep.
Nice.
Oh, see, you're not even. Oh, I thought I dipped it with my nose. What was that?
You actually gave me space there, so that one I went for the flick early.
The flick. Yeah, I didn't push you. All right. We got this. Big moves. Oh no. 15?
So I have the boost there. I probably could go for that shot. Hey, we had 15. Yeah, you might have been able to get back for it.
I hate that. I hate your dude.
I'm gonna teach you how to deal with it. I promise. That's one of the big strategies we're going over. It's
so this is one of them. This is like.
Yep. This is why I'm punishing you on these. Is because like if you're going for these challenges, like you're doing them the right way, I won't be putting those in. But so far, you're not.
I'm 50-50. Sometimes
you're going for 50-50s right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh no. Are you seeing my kickoffs? How terrible they are? How I'm losing all of them?
Not terrible yet. Not terrible. Like that first one you went for, that was a bit. I don't know about that one, but
little monk ass.
Yeah. Nice. Oh, I'm panicking.
Yes, you are. Keep panicking, buddy.
No, I won't do it. You can't make me.
Oh no.
I've been training my whole life for this.
Oh no.
Stop. Just take the ball from me. Why
there it is. Just drop in.
No. No.
Yes. No. All right. Comeback time. 13 seconds.
Wasn't supposed to, like, whatever. I deserve this.
You do.
The one thing I went for the aerial, then I missed my save.
Yeah.
Great setup from you, though. Oh, I messed up my kickoff. Still save 19.
We're going for a faster. Yeah, I didn't save much there, actually. Gotta go fast. Gotta. Don't you dare around the world this.
It's something you won't see me do often, actually. Like, it's a big thing in 2s and 3s, but in 1v1s, if you don't have to, like, I don't go to do that very often. I usually use my ground control skill to kind of get around it and go for 50s. What's going on here? What's going on here? Get it out of there. Get out of the corner.
Oh, come on. That dropped before the line.
Maybe on like 4 ping, but we got 24 over here.
That's true. All right.
On my side.
I wasn't as terrible as I thought it was going to be, but you weren't even fully going try hard. And I feel like right there you're going to have a lot to teach me just from that one game.
Absolutely. So first thing we're going to look at is your kickoff.
Oh God,
I didn't
please.
It seemed like terrible. I mean, besides this first one, it seemed like you were kind of catching on. I wasn't like throwing you on it. And the way I look at kickoffs, as long as you're saving boosts on kickoff and 1v1s, and the ball doesn't go like straight into your net, just like pinch it straight into your net.
Yeah.
It's not like a loss in my mind.
Okay. Okay.
Because usually if you save boost, you're able to get back on defense and you're able to kind of like reset and get back in the play.
Right.
It's not nearly as bad as it could be if you're not saving any boost. So let's jump into this. Let's go. We're gonna look at your kickoff. So I think you didn't get a whole lot of forward momentum here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of why you just landed weird. I do think that it's fine going for the diagonal flip on this because eventually you are going to want to learn how to do the speed flip.
Yeah.
Like, just kind of spoilers in a year or two, speed flip's going to be
I know.
You still have some time. Like for now,
I don't even know how to stall, man. I don't know how to stall, so.
Luckily, speed flip's a lot easier than stalling.
Oh, okay. I thought you stalled during a speed flip. I didn't see that.
No, it's a diagonal flip with a flip cancel actually.
Flip cancel,
it's really,
that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to practice it for sure, but it's nothing like a stall. Like stall is kind of finicky to control.
All right.
So we'll compare it to mine real quick. Like I said earlier, our goal is to save 20 boost. On the Dino one here, on this Dino kickoff, it's really easy to not save 20. But where a lot of people kind of go wrong is they boost through the ball or they boost all the way through their flip or something. So I'm going to give you an example of kind of what I do. I think I just start doing a front flip on this, but normally I'll do like a diagonal flip if not doing a speed flip. Just one thing I see
up
people
front flip?
kind of wrong. Yep. For this one, like, this is how I did my kickoff all the way up until I learned the speed flip, basically. Like I learned the dyno flip for about a month, and then I learned the speed flip just to make it a little bit easier on myself.
So you just go straight up.
So what I have been seeing lately that kind of works for me is whenever people do a side flip for their first flip.
Yeah.
The reason why that's not as good, in my opinion, is because it wastes more boost and like it's not giving you forward momentum.
Right.
So usually what I recommend people to do is like a front flip or a diagonal flip. Either one gives you that forward momentum. If I'm not mistaken, I think a diagonal flip gets you there a little bit faster than just a straight up front flip, but it's not that bad. Front flip's totally fine if you want to use that for a while. It's also a lot easier to use than a diagonal flip. It's just transitioning to a speed flip from a front flip is quite a bit harder than transitioning from a diagonal flip to a front flip. Because if you're doing a diagonal flip, all you have to do is just add in a flip cancel and kind of get that movement down.
Right.
But, I mean, diagonal flip, I was doing it for a while, and I think it's just as good as a front flip. It's just, it takes a little bit of training to kind of make it feel normal.
Totally.
But you see, after that first flip here, I'm using enough boost to get myself some forward momentum. I'm not boosting at all anymore through this.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And are you always flicking like left, or would sometimes you go right?
So if I somehow land to the left of the ball on this, then I'll flip to the right, so I make sure I land in the middle. But pretty much my goal is just to flip towards the middle of the ball and like be goal side between the ball and my goal. So yeah, this one, since I'm landing kind of at this diagonal angle here, like to the right of it a little bit, I'm gonna flip to the left so that I can put my car pretty much like right in the middle, maybe a little bit to the right of it. Just kind of block off as much angle as I can. And even if that doesn't go in my favor, I have 21 boost. It's not like, if it's a decent kickoff, I'm not going to get scored on from it.
Yeah, you'll be
fine.
The
problem, though, is whenever you start running into those people that are speed flipping, then this just doesn't work nearly as often. Then it can kind of pinch into my net.
Totally.
That's kind of... It's throwing the kickoff meta for a loop right now at the high levels. But I wouldn't recommend like that you need to learn it until probably Champion 2.
Okay.
Or Champ 2.
Which would be amazing. I think I'm Diamond 3. I just lost Champ 1 in once. So
that means though you can try to keep working on that diagonal flip. So by the time that you get to Champ 2, like you'll have it down well enough that you can kind of transition a little bit easier. Like we'll have your kickoff down pat pretty well by then. By the time you get up to Champ Plus.
I like that.
So this is a good example. Excuse me. We're gonna go over the first strategy now. And like first one
strategy,
of the big
hold on. Strategy 1 on the screen. Strategy
if you're gonna take any notes or like put any like text on the screen, this would be the time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be going over 3 big ones. This is the first example of one of the big ones. I think Flakes is a big supporter of doing this. I think I've heard it been called a clean possession play, but basically what it is just bringing the ball back to your corner instead of going for a forced dribble. Forced dribble, for example, would be if I caught this ball and I just wanted to kind of dribble it back around mid and try to flick it on you.
Right.
So I can do that. Don't get me wrong. Like that is an option, but for one thing, it's very mechanically intensive. Like to be able to do that, like to catch it just perfectly. And if your opponent is pretty fast, they can come and challenge you. And it's hard to do mechanically because when you're turning, like, you lose vision on them and everything. So
I thought you were trolling me here. So this is like an actual.
No, this is a legitimate like high level strategy.
Wow.
But the thing is, low level players can do it as long as they can catch the ball decently and start bringing it back. And I'm going to explain why now, besides, it just being kind of hard to do to just dribble it around here.
Right.
So let's say I dribble it back to my side instead of doing that. Let me go to fly cam. I'm sorry. See, if I'm bringing it back, my goal then is to take all the boost pads on the way back. So I'm boost starving you by doing that.
Yeah.
I'm bringing it back to my side.
Yeah.
And this is basically, just pressing the reset button by bringing it back to my side. Right. I'm not necessarily always bringing it all the way around, but I'm trying to bring it back to my corner, get all the boost pads. My goal is to kind of get you to follow me. If your opponent's like a big ball chaser or they're not very smart, they will follow like right behind you or something. And then you'll be taking all the boosts as you're going over them. They'll be like trying to catch up to you using all their boosts to get there. So by the time they're up here, they're like, on like, 20 boosts, 30 boosts or something. If they're not good with boost management, if they're not flipping after you or anything, or if they're like taking these small boost pads, they might have a bit more. Then like you should know challenging your opponent's corner is not a good idea.
Yeah.
Just I think that's the thing in 1s, 2s, sometimes 3s maybe. I'm not huge on 3s rotation or knowledge.
Right.
But pretty much it's a bad idea. The only good thing that can happen if you challenge in your opponent's corner, I guess, is like, somehow winning it and it just like pinching into your net or maybe like rolling out here. But it's really hard to do.
Lucky.
Have a whole lot.
Yeah.
But 90+% of the time, if you go for a challenge in your opponent's corner, and it doesn't go in your favor, especially after you've been boost starved after they bring it all the way back and like you have like 30 boosts. If it goes in your opponent's favor at all and they have full boost, they're just going to dribble it straight into your net. So whenever I do this, my goal is going to be to get behind the ball here and try to bait you into going for the 50-50. And just like put myself behind it and go for a 50-50.
I'm curious if I fell for it.
Yeah, you'll see here in a second. I don't think you do the first time, but we'll see. We'll see. If you don't go for it, then what that's doing is giving me space.
Right.
Like you're not going to be able to go for a full challenge as much if you have to turn back around and go get boost or something. Then I have almost the entire field to dribble with.
All right, pause the video. Oh, it's still paused. Keep it paused. Did I fall for it? Yes or no in the comments. This is number one. This is question number one. I know you watched it too, so if you remember, listen, that's good. You were doing some studying. Did I fall for it? Yes or no? All right, play the clip. Unless you have more to say about it.
No.
You bringing it back? I'm like, I'm just picking up little pads. Oh, I did.
You totally went for it.
I totally fell for it. But luckily,
on the bright side, I didn't like place myself perfectly behind the ball, so I'm not able to like dunk you or anything. Like it kind of like rolls past me. You were able to get there pretty quick, but now you're on my end. If I'm able to get the ball back on the ground and I have the full boost that I have, like this could have gone a lot worse.
How much boost did I have there?
I think you had like 50. Let's see. I do think you got a couple of boost pads on the way there. Like you got this one, and you got that one. So
then I really tried to rush you. I don't know why. Yep. Why did I do that?
Like in twos, it's not as bad because at least then you have some like even if it doesn't go in your favor.
You're putting pressure on. Like that's good to keep them moving.
But in ones, you're basically fully committing into the play.
Which is a play that's not going to benefit really. Like I can't.
Yeah.
I'm like
you're mechanically it down to a 50-50, like a literal 50-50. It's a 50-50 chance. My goal is to make it so that you don't have to rely on 50-50 chances in 1v1s. Like you can if you want, but I want you to have these strategies so that you can have a higher percentage chance of winning these winning these 50-50s or these plays.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Be, like, full space for yourself and then actually do some actual dribbles and just like have the strategy down. And then pretty much every little bit that you train for mechanics, it'll benefit you because you'll already have the strategy for 1v1s.
Cool.
You'll improve at a more steady pace because you'll know these options. So real quick to recap, let's go back here. What are my two options here?
Your two options are to bring it back how you did and kind of reset and like get full control of the play where you can, now they can either push you and leave it up to a 50-50 in your corner, or they don't push you and then you have room to flick on them and dribble up on them. Or you can go in and kind of be mechanically sound enough to bring that straight in, not in front of their net, but like in the little box right there. Yeah, right
here.
Yeah, exactly. And
but if you're anything below, like GC level and dribbling, this is going to be hard. Like pulling it out like that. Yeah. I've seen so many times where people try it, they get dunked on it because all their focus is just getting the ball on top of their car. They're not paying attention to their opponent that's chasing them.
I would never think to go back. I would never think ever in a million years.
All the time. Yeah. Yep. This is a very sound like backup strategy, if not like your main strategy. And when you get in awkward situations, you're going to see me and a lot of high level players do it quite often.
And it kills time.
When we go into your replay, I'm hoping that we'll at least find at least one or two situations where you try to force a dribble when you don't really had to, and you'll have a chance to go back. But let's keep going.
So good. All right, we play it out. So hey, if you answered yes, you are 100% correct so far on this test. Okay.
Then you get 1 billion points.
Yeah, you can edit. All right, but don't edit your main answers. You can edit to add on answers because we're gonna have more questions. This is school for all of us. All right, we're all learning something today. Oh God.
So this is going to kind of come into like one of the next big strategies, but we're not going to go over it yet. This isn't the best example.
Cool.
But I can say this was maybe a bit of mechanical panicking, I guess here. So we'll skip it.
Thanks, dude.
I punished you for it. It didn't happen.
Yeah, I love that. That's how I want to live. You did something bad. Let's forget about it.
That's the thing about 1v1s. Like mistakes are going to happen in 1v1s.
Without a doubt. Like
the thing about knowing these strategies is that you'll at least be able to kind of tell, I could have done this here. It would have been a lot less hard on me.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try it next time. So kickoff goes in your favor here, but see, I have like 29 boosts. As long as it doesn't go into my net, look how quickly I can get back in time.
Totally, especially picking up. Yeah, easily. And now look at how much boost you have.
So now we're pretty much in the same spot where I'm in my corner here.
Yep.
If you want to go for a challenge on me, I'll let you. I'll probably wait behind the ball here for a second, but it looks like you might be giving me some space. So this actually is a good time to go into my second example here, my second big strategy.
Second big strategy across the screen. All right, sorry. Making them work today.
So I actually go over this strategy in my I'm going to plug a video here. I'm so sorry.
Do it, please.
I'm starting up a series called Ground Control Tutorial. The series is, just like, bronze to gold, then plat to champ or plat to diamond.
That's awesome.
But I just came out with the bronze to gold one, and I add in a little bit of, some ground control training tips and everything, but also this strategy, because it's just so important that it's something that people don't realize for a very long time. So to start off, it's basically just called dribbling at an angle. That's the name of the strategy. It's called dribbling at an angle. Before I kind of jump into it, we're gonna go into a little bit of a hypothesis situation. So let's say I'm dribbling down the middle here. I have the ball on top of my car and I flick it and I go straight down the middle and I flick.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a question, John. What is wrong with this? If I flick and I miss,
it's probably gonna hit that backboard and start heading in your direction of your net.
And where's my car going?
You're going the opposite way, so you either have to use
I'm pretty much
boost to
like
flick
into your net.
into the net. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And if your opponent isn't just turtling on the goal line or something, just completely out of the play, if they're half competent, they're just gonna boost out here and literally dribble the ball into your net. It's a free counter attack, I would say 90+% of the time.
Right.
So compare that new hypothesis situation. Compare that to dribbling at an angle like this. How is this better?
I mean,
there's a lot of reasons. So
yeah, even if it hits backboard or hits left or even right side, it's still, right side's a little scary, but left side, it's going to bounce over to their right side, and you're going to have time to pick up some boost pads and be back in play.
Not to mention, where's your car going? Where's your car's momentum going? If you flick this way.
If you flick that way, to the side.
Yep. The same direction that the ball would be going, hopefully.
Exactly, yeah.
So then you have a chance to either get their boosts and force a dribble, or what we talked about earlier ties into the other strategy, bringing it back to your corner and literally pressing reset after stealing all their boost.
That's true.
And then you can start dribbling at an angle again if you want.
Yeah.
That's usually what you should do. So some other things, if I dribble in a straight line towards you, there's some other reasons why dribbling in a straight line towards your opponent's net. You don't want to dribble towards their net, and you also don't want to dribble towards your opponent. If you're dribbling it straight towards your opponent, it's pushing the ball towards them. You're going to have less time to react to their challenge if they flip into you quickly, if they go for an early challenge. So you're basically handing it to them, especially.
And it's hard to see. It's hard to see the ball sometimes.
That's another big thing. You lose vision on them.
Yeah.
Let's let the ball kind of drop on the ground. Let's say I dribble in a straight line here. I think I actually do a bad first touch here. I fix it though eventually, but I have no vision on you if you're shadowing in front of me here.
Yeah, especially that damn boost, dude.
Oh yeah, the boost. Yeah,
turn it down.
Let's take off the bloom or something,
dude.
So we're gonna go to my point of view. I'm pretty sure I did this right. I start dribbling at an angle and pay attention to how quickly I start dribbling the ball away from you and how quickly I get vision on you. So that first touch was bad. Honestly, that was a very bad first touch. Right. So the thing I usually tell people with your first touch, you should try to have it going at an angle to the right or left. You almost never want to go in a straight line. This was bad for me. Mechanical error. I'll do better next time, basically.
Yeah, totally.
I gotta fess up to my mistakes and try to do better. But preferably, where do you think I should have gone with this?
What would I have done usually?
No. What should I have done?
What should you have done? You should have done. Kept it closer to you and start heading to the right across the field, right?
Yes, sir. So even a top level, high level player, high level 1v1 player with I've put countless of hours into my ground control. It's easy to make this mistake. I have a bad first touch here, and I hit it pretty hard towards you. It could have been worse, but you're already facing towards me. If I hit that much harder towards you, I lose control of it, you could have came and picked me apart, had a free ball, basically, gone for a shot or something. And a lot of the time this game, you were actually doing that. You're going for a lot of early challenges. So I easily could have gotten dunked here if I did that much worse.
Yeah.
But if I'm bringing the ball to the right with my first touch and away from you, there's a lot less chance of you being able to come and shut me down early, because I'll, for one thing, have vision on you. I'll be bringing the ball away from you, and it'll be easier for me to kind of get in control of it.
Totally.
Not to mention, if one more bad thing about this, if I push the ball too, like if I catch the ball in the front of my car and I hit it too hard, kind of like I did here.
Yeah.
Something else that's really bad about it, if it goes too far in front of you, you lose. Like it starts going in front of you, so you have to use even more boost to be able to catch up.
Boost, yeah.
It's very like it wastes so much boost for some reason. So there's multiple reasons why dribbling in a straight line, either towards your opponent's net or towards your opponent, is bad. It's a double whammy if you do both, and I see people do both all the time. There's so many bad things about it.
Yeah.
And it can all just be fixed by doing this first touch instead of going in front of me, going to the right with this big open field to the right. I have all this field to work with.
Yeah.
Where I would have vision on you almost the entire time, be able to react to your challenges. So much stuff that's good about it. So you're gonna see me do that quite often this game, and it's become my default way of dribbling. And you would benefit a lot from it. Everyone would really. It does take some training, some mechanical skill to be able to get better at your first touches. And I do have a training pack for that on my video if anyone wants to go grab it from there. If you want, I can give you that training pack if you just want to put it in your description or something.
Without a doubt, it'll be in the description. Your video will be in the description. Then you got to go to the video. Ha! Got him.
All right, this is a perfect situation to go over the last and honestly one of the most important strategies.
Okay, all right. Say the name.
I call it fake challenging into shadowing.
Fake challenging into shadowing.
Absolutely.
All right,
across the screen.
What's this all about?
All right. So you know how to shadow by now, right?
I have a concept of it. Yeah. The idea.
Shadowing, in my opinion, and in a lot of other people's opinion, is the preferred way to be defending in 1v1s.
Right.
Fake challenging kind of goes hand in hand with it. You're supposed to start off with a fake challenge before you start shadowing.
Right.
Because to shadow, you have to not challenge, but so the way we do that is to do a fake challenge first and then start shadowing. But the whole point of the fake challenge, the whole idea of it is to hopefully get them to panic whenever you go for your fake challenge.
Exactly.
You're going to get close to them, try to get them to freak out. Against lower level players, it's going to happen pretty. You're going to make them panic pretty often. They're going to give you free possession, and even if they don't panic, then you're shadowing, which is a preferred way to be defending.
Right.
Instead of going for 50-50s, which is literally in the name a 50-50 chance. You're going for a shadow to have a higher percentage chance of being able to save a goal and wait for a better chance to go for a challenge.
Without a doubt.
So that's one thing I noticed you were doing a lot. You weren't doing almost any fake challenges.
Yeah, I leave my life up to chance. It's like
that it comes from 2s and 3s a lot. And 2s,
yeah,
you're kind of supposed to go for full challenges.
Yeah.
Unless you're last man back.
Totally.
But this is where, the defense, the fake challenge and shadow really helps in 2v2s. So the hard part, though, with this strategy is knowing how close you can get to them with your fake challenge without putting yourself too close or too far away, like pressuring them optimally, right? And this is something that I've gotten really good at. A lot of high level players have gotten really good at. It does take like some feeling out. I can't tell you the exact spacing, but I do have a few rules that you can kind of use to help you with this and kind of get an idea.
Please, yes.
So rule number 1, before I get into that, what you should be doing here after you have the minimum boost I try to have before doing a fake challenge in shadow, for me, is 30 boost. So earlier you had over 30, you would have been fine if you gone for a fake challenge shadow. You just want to make sure that you have enough to be able to keep on shadowing, like shadow effectively if they go for a flick. Cool. Usually 30 is enough to kind of I think it's almost enough to aerial up to the ceiling, if not enough to do that. So you should have enough, especially if you get like some small boost pads on the way back. But first thing you do if you have over 30 boost, especially if you have 100 here, you want to cut off the space between me and you. Cut off that distance with a fake challenge. So the rules I kind of set for myself. Let me see if I can find a better situation. So this is good. You're starting to cut off that distance. Smart. Rule number 1.
That I'm using boost?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Totally fine. As long as you have over 30 by the time you get to me and you don't just go for a full on challenge.
All right. So rule number 1.
Which you might go for a full on challenge. We'll see.
Probably will.
Rule number 1. You want to pay attention to where the ball is on your opponent's car. That's the first thing that you're looking for.
Okay.
The rules for that, basically, I guess it's rule number 1, but the rules for it, after paying attention to where it is on your opponent's car, is if it's on the ground, if they are literally dribbling the ball on the ground, they're pushing it on the ground.
Right.
You can get right up in their face. You can basically go up and touch the ball almost.
Yeah.
And still be fine as long as you go for a fake challenge, because if they're dribbling on the ground, they can't flick it over you. They can only go to the left or right. As long as you don't put yourself out of the play by fully challenging into them, then you're fine, because you're going to be able to get back on defense and like start shadowing them. And you're going to cut off that space, make it really hard for them to get the ball on top of their car and go for a flick. You're making life extra hard on them. That is, if they don't just already panic. Because if you see someone going up and literally getting in front of the ball and like pretending they're going to go for it, a lot of the times
I lose my shit.
Yeah, people that are dribbling are going to freak the heck out.
Yep, without a doubt.
I was doing this a lot to you, and even if they don't freak out, it's still like you're cutting off a lot of options for them to be able to dribble at the angle that they want to, if you can get in front of them and everything. And then you're shadowing. If the ball is either bouncing on the ground, like you see them like have a chance for like a big bounce shot, you know, kind of high or something, or they're like going for a hook shot or something,
right? Or
the ball's on top of their car. These two kind of go hand in hand. Your fake challenge would probably want to turn around midfield here. If I was this distance, by the time you get up here,
totally.
Let's see. Honestly, maybe around that space. Maybe you could probably getting a little bit closer if you want to. I don't know about to that boost bed, but kind of around, you know, the car length forward.
Totally.
You know, you can feel it out. The worse that they are at dribbling, the more that you can get away with.
Yeah.
Which is why it's good to start working on this early, so that by the time you get up to like, you know, Champ 2, where people actually know how to flick well, you won't get punished as much. So working on it earlier is good, so that you can kind of get that, you know, that idea of how close you can get to them with your fake challenge.
Yeah.
And this is something that pro level players do a lot. You're trying to cut off that as much space as possible so that they have less options.
Right.
So instead of going for many fake challenges, what you were doing is you were just going for a full-on challenge as I was drilling the ball across the field. So right here, for example, the ball's on the ground. What's the rule if you're doing a fake challenge?
Oh, so if I were to fake challenge this?
Yep. Which is what you should do.
I should be turning back towards my goal fully, right?
About right now, yep. Turn back towards the goal. You have over 30 boosts, so you can start shadowing.
Yep.
Might want to turn a little bit sooner than here, because you're going to be going past the ball if you're still boosting that way. I mean, never mind. I couldn't really tell. But instead, you go for a full-on challenge, literally just leaving up to 50-50. And if I'm smart, I'm going to be keeping it on the ground next to me. Which, by the way, going back into the last strategy of dribbling at an angle.
Right.
This is something that is kind of more advanced. If you see your opponent cutting off this distance and you're dribbling at an angle like this, especially if you have vision on them, you can see them coming closer. Drop the ball off the top of your car. You're going to see me do that here in a second. We'll watch it from my POV. Once you start getting close to me, my first instinct, instead of dribbling on top of my car, I'm going to drop it off. Wait for that 50-50.
You want that 50-50, right?
I want that. I don't want
because you have full control to get back if you need to, and or you have the other 50% chance to win it and score.
Yep, pretty much. So this is one of the situations where you actually win it. So good job.
Yeah, but
you got the coin flip.
Let's see what happens.
Even then, since I don't like flip into it, at least I'm able to get back and get boost and everything. I saved enough boost. We're fine. So I don't challenge there.
Yep.
Another fake challenge. Fake challenges are very, very important 1v1s. Because a lot of times if you go for a fake challenge, even if like it's supposed to be a 50-50 like that one there, kind of almost was, you know, a lot of times your opponent will still panic.
I just missed
so
that.
now you're in my corner in a really awkward spot.
Yep, and I'm out.
First thing I do, look what I do here. I start going at an angle with my dribble.
Yep. Oh my god. So this is built into your head. Like this is just
yes. It took a while, but that's why if you can start working on it early,
this is
like
just engraved in your brain.
Yes, you want it to be.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that you have to use it every single time, but the more that you can use it, the better. And it does still take some mechanical skill to be able to do stuff like this.
Right.
But get started on it early. By the time you get up to, you know, if you're diamond right now, by the time you get to champ 2, that's the whole 2 ranks. Like that'll take you months. I don't know about months, but unless you have like a really good, you know, good week or something.
Run,
Then you're going to have a decent amount of time to start utilizing these at your rank.
That's
by the time you're up to champ 2, you'll have these strategies down. And I use these strategies all the way up to GC. So that's why I say if you can get these strategies memorized, you'll be set pretty much all the way to GC. It's just going to come down to your mechanical skill.
My 1v1 that you have not seen, which as you can see, who already won. But yeah, this is before I learned anything. So give me the pop quiz. What's the test? What do we got?
What's the play?
What's the play here?
What's the strategy that I utilize in this situation?
Dude, this is for sure the fake challenge. Big old fake challenge and shadow.
And where is the ball compared to your opponent's car? You remember the rule for it?
Well, you want to see where where it is on their car. So
yeah, first thing you're doing, looking at the car, where the ball is.
So right now it's probably just gonna bounce. So they're either gonna like trying to hit it. So I might give it a sec before I fake challenge, or no, should I start going in?
You start going towards them as soon as possible if you have boost. But what you change is how close you get with your fake challenge. If they have a chance for going for this like big booming hit or something, or like a flick or something, whenever the ball's like bouncing or on top of the car, you want to turn away quite a bit earlier. So if I was to give you an idea of how close you could get, probably up to this white line before turning around, maybe a little bit farther if you want to, because then like
I'll know what he's doing by then. Yeah. See, I wait.
When said, you wait net, leaving up to 50-50.
Yep. And
could have gone worse. He might have been able to score that. His camera settings are kind of
crazy.
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh, gave him time.
It's good.
Luckily.
He's panicking really hard there. Could he have brought the ball back to his corner? I'm curious.
Yeah.
Yes, he could have.
50 boost. He could have just taken it back.
Yep. They don't realize it too. So you'll have this knowledge.
Dude, I've never seen anyone do that. I thought you were messing with me. I was like, dude, he's just messing. I've never seen anyone do that. Like, maybe actually my buddy Sotis, he does that every once in a while. Like, he'll just take it back. But he's a champ 3.
If it's obvious that's what you should do, sometimes people will do it. But usually they're not aware that it's an actual like strategy.
Move, yeah.
Yep. He's look how hard this is for him.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
Yeah, let's roast this guy, dude. Let's roast him.
Kind of giving up possession here, I would say.
Yeah, I could have gone to the right and just brought it down. I could have just softly hit it to the right and then brought it to the left side of my car, kept it low, get ready for a little flick on him, bring it across the field, and then make him 50-50. He'll lose it, and then I would have scored a goal. But no, I didn't.
You have such good like mental mapping already. That's insane. You probably have it better than most people I've taught.
So mad watching this bad. This is just making me angry.
All right, so this is fine though, because before you know the strategies, this is what you do in like 2s or 3s, right? You just kind of go for the hit.
Totally.
This is like the default way of playing until you start playing more 1s, and you either learn from mistakes or you learn from videos like
Dude,
this one that you're watching
hope
from home.
People are just like, oh my god, this is so eye-opening. Like that's the whole goal of this, that people are just like, wait, what? Oh, that makes sense.
So you do kind of dribble at an angle here. Kind of a hard touch in my opinion.
Yeah, without a doubt.
He had a chance to
Try and cut it, and then
he goes for another full challenge. He could have brought like the ball's on the ground here. Yep. Yeah. Like he got lucky with it, but the ball was on the ground whenever you're dribbling it.
Yep.
Do you remember how close he can get whenever it's on the ground?
Yeah,
John.
That white line, right?
Like pretty much right on top of the ball. Right. Like you can basically touch the ball as long as you don't fully, jump into it or anything.
Right.
Like you can be on top of it.
Would it have almost been smart for him not to go for that, to fake challenge and make me push it into the side so he'd have control in the corner?
That's what I was trying to point out. He should have fake challenged there, because you can't get the ball in the net at this point.
Yeah.
And whenever you're trying to dribble like that.
Yep.
Like you're going through that sidewall. By the time he goes for this,
and I
have to go to.
Yeah.
But if he faked it and he didn't actually go for it, you probably would have just flipped into the side and like flipped to the left or something, gone for a 50-50.
Yep.
Or just giving him free possession maybe, and gone for his boost.
Ran back.
And then the ball would have been like going towards the mid, and he would have just had a free goal normally. Free ball possession for you. Hopefully after. Well, you might go for an aerial here. You go for the aerial. Okay, this is fine. Whatever. Hopefully put it into your corner.
Yep, I do. Thank goodness.
After many you have over 30 boost. Mm-hmm. Remember the number that I give? Like even in corners, if in small situations like this where there's not a whole lot of space, this is still, if you have over 30 boost, I think this is still a good time to go for the fake challenge.
Yeah.
You go for the full challenge.
And I'm
kind of fake out the play. If he was better at dribbling, he probably could have caught that and gone in.
Oof, yeah. I think it's still no, it almost does. I'm freaking out. I'm losing it here. I'm like, no. No boost. Sucks.
Fine. Oh yeah, you're gonna be in a rough spot here. So one other situation we haven't gotten into.
Yeah.
Whenever you have less than 30 boost, whenever you're on defense, you don't have really enough boost to go for a fake challenge or shadow.
Right.
Two options that I kind of give here.
Right.
Both of them are equally good in my opinion. Like they're both risky, but you can either go for the full challenge.
Okay.
This is a time where I think it's totally fine to go for a full challenge if you don't have this resource to work with.
Just go all in.
Go for it. Maybe you can dunk him. Like either way, you're going to be leaving this a chance because you're in a bad spot. Either that, or you can wait on goal line. Maybe get like this small boost pad in front of you, and then try to do a small, like, shadow back in net if you think you have the time for it. Or you just kind of just keep going sideways to the net. Maybe try to hit it out sideways. But either way, you're in a pretty scary spot here.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're gonna get scored on in this situation if they know how to dribble well.
Not at this rank.
Yeah, like luckily, the lower rank you are, you can get away with a bit more.
Yeah.
For example, he went for the 45. I'm proud of him. Good try. Good try. Maybe with lower camera settings, he could have, gotten a little bit better with that. That's fine. But now
he should take it back, dude. He should take it back. Bring it back, reset it. But will he? No.
Oh my God. No.
Yeah, we're crazy, dude. We're crazy.
I mean, you are like boost starved.
Yeah.
I guess. But okay. He has 100 boosts. He could go for it. But just pay attention to how hard this is.
Yeah.
Like, just go for that. Only thing, like, worst thing maybe, like, would if he went for like an aerial or something, maybe.
Right. Yeah. Aerials. Do not aerial around Ranny, all right? Ranny will lose his shit. All right.
You're doing good. You're getting some. You're keeping good. Now you got it. Basically, you can reset now and get boost.
Yeah, we're both kind of resetting.
Challenge again.
I'm curious what I do here, though. What should I do right here?
So you're going into his corner.
Yeah.
What? So you know what you shouldn't do? You shouldn't challenge in the corner.
Correct. So would I just kind of like fake challenge right here and cut it to a shadow?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That is it. Ding ding.
Yeah. So I do that.
You're doing it.
I fully.
Oh. You set up the fake challenge, but you did no shadowing. Like you had half of it. Like, you set up the fake challenge, great. Like that was good distance. He didn't really have the ball on top of his car. He couldn't shoot it.
Yeah.
This is an okay distance.
Right.
If you kept on boosting here,
wait, why did I not shadow? Let me see what happened.
You wanted to go for the challenge early. It looked like.
Oh yeah, and then I got scared and
you were expecting him. Yeah, this is where dribbling at an angle can come in handy, because if your opponent does something like what you do here, they just like plant themselves in front of it. You were probably expecting him to dribble in a straight line right towards you. I think that's what was happening.
Yep.
But he has, a brain cell or two, so he's able to get around you.
Damn it.
Like, it's just you put yourself flat-footed, basically.
Yeah, without a doubt. Shit.
I don't know if that's any better or worse than going for a full challenge. If it makes you feel any better.
Yeah, it's all good.
It might be worse. I'm not sure.
Here's the thing, man. Guys, we are still okay. We've been recording for an hour and a half. How long are your normal coaching sessions?
So my normal coaching sessions, $60 is my lowest. That's for an hour and a half.
Okay.
$100, which is my larger coaching session, is 2.5 hours.
So we still have, because I'm doing the larger one for sure. We still have trainings to go and do. He's going to show me training packs. He's going to have me complete some. And then we do another 1v1, right? That's like, would be the whole thing.
Yes, sir.
To like round it off. So guys, I am saving that. That is going to be off screen. If you ever want to take a course with Ranny, this is unreal. I'm so excited to like apply this, not only to my ones, but like also to twos and like just learning ones, just playing ones and having a skill, because I do hate ones. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I hate them. I don't like them. But now that I have something to work on in them, it reminds me of like freestyling, but ground game. And it's like, now you're like working on something and like able to do something. So like, I'm now kind of excited to play ones, to test out theories. Yeah. And figure it out. So, dude,
that makes me so happy to hear
thank you, man. Thank you so much. It's been amazing. Anything you want to say before we wrap? You want any little shout out? Any little,
Yeah, I'll do a quick plug-in for my YouTube channel. I just got YouTube partner. You can find me at twitch.tv/KingRanny on my Twitch.
Hell yeah.
I'm uploading like a 1v1 series right now where I play top 100 1v1s, and I'm also doing a bunch of tutorial videos. Including right now, I just started up a ground control series. First video that came out is bronze to gold. But honestly, I go over some of the strategies that we went over in this replay here. So it can be helpful for players that are higher than gold. Honestly, if anyone is looking to improve on that.
Dude.
Other than that, catch me on Twitter, KingRanny RL.
All of
it. I think
that's
about it.
Awesome. Well, thank you, man. Yeah, dude. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been a coaching session. Like I said, I still have another hour to go. So I'm gonna do the trainings. We're gonna do it off just in case some of you are interested. I'll leave all the descriptions of everything we talked about in the description of the video. And honestly, love you guys. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something, because this was full on like class, like dope class, Rocket League class, Rocket League school. And thank you again, man. Super sick.
It was a lot of fun.
Peace out, everyone. I love you very much. I'll see you tomorrow for some more Rocket League. Peace.